let's discuss Cipla if we can get the chart on air. Remember, a series of very positive news is coming on this particular sector, this particular stock, up 4%, and the open interest is 2.8% higher. And let's discuss that news, which is private equity players are now seeking to bid for the promoters' 32% stake in the company. It's been a known fact that promoters have over the past decade or so wanted to at least piecemeal in cash their company. Remember, Cipla was set up somewhere in the early 1930s, and the Hamid family, which has done a yeoman's job over the last so many decades in providing low cost pharmaceutical products not only to India but across the world, especially against AIDS in Africa, now want to exit. So over the last 3-4 days, this news is coming in. Let's first get Avinash into this conversation. Avinash, Cipla, one of those rare blue chips where it's very difficult to find fault either in the balance sheet or on the way promoters work. Sterling balance sheet and sterling, how should I say, promoter quality. What would you comment should this transaction happening with a private equity player and promoters either sell a minority stake, become minority themselves, or exit completely?
I think, Shell, I think Cipla is definitely looking interesting considering the fact that now it's very clear that private equity players like BlackRock are seriously looking at putting money in the company. And I think once the deal fructifies, you could see a further re-rating because clearly, in terms of the balance sheet, in terms of the cash flows, in terms of the product positioning, this is a great company which has been managed very well by the existing promoters. My sense is that, whenever an MNC comes in, it gets a lot of experience and relationships on board. And I think the multiple benefits of this would obviously be seen on their export market strategy. My sense is that, even from a longer term perspective, from say 12 to 18 months, somebody wants to get into a quality pharma business, then I think Cipla definitely fits the bill. You have to face the volatility, but I think any correction or any decline also one should accumulate. So we are positive on the stock, and on a longer term basis, we feel that a lot of value could unfold going forward.
Absolutely. Cipla is the top gainer on at least the pharma space. The volume that you see is about 1.3 million shares already traded in the first 10 minutes of trade, a record high, 12.24. Very strong change in open interest. Let's get Akshay into the conversation. Akshay, everything going well for the chart. Would you chase the momentum now?
If it's Cipla, which we spoke of, yes, definitely. It's a highly overbought stock, but it's best to be where the momentum is, especially if you are a short-term trader. So it has got past the 1185 resistance zone, staging a breakout in intraday trade that sets it up for a target of around 1250. We are currently trading around 1225. So you can definitely chase the momentum for a quick gain of 25-30 bucks in this from the current tradings. But I would just say that you can buy here just for a trading with a 3 to 4 day perspective. If you're planning to go slightly for a 15-20 day trade, then I would suggest buy in parcels because you can get a slight dip in the next week around 1200, which would be the right level to re-enter for a positional target of near 1280 on the upside.
While the balance sheet and the promoter quality has never ever been a question mark on Cipla, I'd just like to highlight the 10-year CAGR performance on this particular stock. It's been an underperformer for two reasons: that over the last 5 years, nothing much has happened in the pharma space as far as markets are concerned. But given the record high and the momentum of news, the stock is likely to do well from current levels. The 10-year CAGR is 11%, like I said, not much, but that's how markets work. And for years together, you might not see a stock outperform, but suddenly some news, some trigger in the sector, and then you'll see it flying. And that's happened both for Cipla as well as the pharma index, record high, and this very, very strong news coming in. Should the promoters completely exit, it would mean an open offer to be for existing shareholders, because that is how SEBI guidelines work.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.